Hey guys, my name is Josh. Welcome to another episode of the Divine Comic Geek. Today this is another unboxing, another special unboxing. We got more manga in, but we also got another unboxing of a video game, which is something we haven't done on this channel in quite some time. And this is a video game series that I've been meaning to collect for some time. Some of you are probably going to be like, Josh, why did you wait so long to get this video game? Why did you wait so long to try it? Because, believe it or not, I have never played or experienced any of the Final Fantasy main series games. That's right, I've never played Final Fantasy in its entirety from beginning to current. So, today I'm going to be unboxing for the first time ever the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster for the Nintendo Switch. I had to think about that for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Without further ado, let's get started on this unboxing. Now, it is important to note before we begin, some of these are Christmas gifts, so even though I will be taking a look at it, I will not actually consume all of these immediately, with the majority of the stuff that are in these boxes going to these shelves here, and those will be the only things that I'll actually be doing near future reviews on, where the rest of the stuff will be wrapped up until Christmas, like the video game I just mentioned for one. But I do want to unbox it for you guys because for me it is kind of a very special milestone. Without further ado, let me get to the unboxing real quick. And about 2 or 3 videos ago, I nearly cut my finger off, which is why I was cussing up a storm, because that freaking hurt. It was like really bad. I'm glad I didn't cut too deep in this box though, because I see the first volume already at the top, and if I went too far, it could have been really bad. Right here. It's a series I kind of, oh my bad, volume 3. I said volume 4, I meant to say volume 3. And it's one that I haven't read it completely, but I feel like it would make a great like comedy, like anime if they do adapt this. I don't know if they're going to adapt it anytime soon, but I hope they do. Apparently they have a light novel for this, but it's only available in English if you get the Kindle version, and for me that's kind of a bummer because I don't want to read this on Kindle. I want to read it physically in print because I'm kind of a collector, as you can see behind me. So for me that's kind of like a major downside for that. I have the game here, but I'm going to do that last. The next volume we have is one that I talked about in my last video, Plus Sized Elf Volume 8. So with that, I officially have the first 8 volumes of Plus Sized Elf. So now I have all 8 volumes of the main series of Plus Sized Elf in my collection, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. Next, this one is kind of explicit, so I'm not going to focus on it too much. Again, it's part of the series that I showed before Plus Sized Elf. If you don't know the plot of You Like Me, Not My Daughter, it's basically about this guy who lives next door to this older woman, 20 years old in college. He still lives next door to this woman who has an adoptive daughter. The adoptive daughter is from her sister, and she takes that daughter in after her mother passes away, after the woman's sister passes away. So she becomes an adoptive mother. She's the stereotypical beautiful, curvy, single housewife type who is very sweet, very kind, and her friends are even teasing her and joking about, how come you haven't found a man yet? Your daughter is almost about to go to college. Soon you'll be able to take care of yourself, blah, 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 blah. And the adoptive mother, the aunt, is essentially like, maybe he'll end up dating my daughter, her adoptive daughter. And it turns out when he comes over to visit, he tutors the daughter and has tutored her pretty much all throughout her life, but he's always only had an interest in the mother, which is what the manga is about. Him telling the mother, his next door neighbor, the older woman on the cover, that I don't like your daughter, I like you. And this sends her for a loop because she's essentially saying, but I'm too old for you. You're 20 and I'm like in my early 30s. Like, how is that going to work? So that whole relationship dynamic I think is very interesting. This one is obviously explicit because it's wrapped up. It also focuses on this whole supernatural element where the world is completely overrun by these demons, and essentially the women, they were chosen to wield these powers. And the story takes place in a high school in Japan, as usual, as all these stories do, and the main character essentially is walking to some school one day, hanging out with his friends, and then all of a sudden he ends up in this hellish landscape, to which a device he's wearing that all the people in this world are required to, it tells him what to do or what not to do in the case that you walk into a portal that sends you to this hellish landscape. Essentially to just wait where you are, because if you move, chances are you won't get help, and these demons will essentially unalive you. Obviously, there couldn't be a plot if he just waited there and everything went perfect. So a demon comes crashing through this rock formation behind him, starts chasing him, and then he's saved by a woman who is on a monster of her own, one of these demons of her own that she controls using this chain that she has. This girl, I'm not quite sure who she is. She's a new character. I'm not really that far into the anime yet to be able to tell who this character is, but okay. Next thing on my list is not really a manga. It's a book that I've been meaning to get for a while now, and originally I was gonna give this to my mom, so shh, don't tell her. But I'm gonna keep this version and then get her the version she was trying to get originally. I got this version of this book called Ikigai, and it's a Japanese philosophy book that basically talks about what are the 4 pillars that make one's true purpose or your calling. I have another channel where I do a bunch of videos, or I will have another channel where I do a bunch of videos talking about philosophy, life, and just doing daily vlogs and stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, I will leave a link in the description below if you want to check that channel out, if that's something you're into. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but if you're interested in philosophy type stuff or deep philosophical conversations or want to have one, feel free to drop by, because I will have some more content on that channel as well, and some things that I've learned and some behind the scenes stuff that I do for this channel, as well as my James Adams YouTube channel as well. And I'll leave that link and the other one for my vlog channel here. So yeah, make sure you check those out because it means a lot and it will help out a lot. Alright, last but not least, Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. And this is the reprinted edition because apparently the other one sold out immediately. Okay, so one of the things I do with these cases, a good trick to see if the game's in there if you don't want to actually take the wrapping off, because I've had moments where I order games from places and they didn't have the game inside. It's to shake the box. I hit the mic too much, but I'm shaking it there so you could hear it. I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but essentially if you can hear it, it kind of sounds like a little CD or a little DVD inside kind of rattling in the case, and if you can hear that, that's usually a good sign that the cartridge is in there. So I won't be opening it, at least not in this video. I won't be opening it and reviewing it in this particular video here, but I will kind of show the case. Apparently this one is slightly different from the other one, only slightly, because it has 2 little very like 1 page worth of booklets. Essentially it has that, but it also includes, unlike the original, it has stickers inside. So you're not getting an instruction game manual, unfortunately, with this, which I found kind of sucks. But sometimes if you're lucky, Etsy will create their own variants, their own versions of these game manuals. So if that is something you're interested in, make sure to check out Etsy, because I'm pretty sure you can find a game manual for this game and others like it on their Etsy store. So yeah, just one more time, I have Final Fantasy here. Final Fantasy here. Have Ikigai, finding your purpose to live your best life. A philosophy book, which again, not sure if you're into that, but if you are, definitely make sure you check out the channel. We got Chain Soldier, Volume 5, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. I'm actually behind. I need to get 7, 8, 9, and Volume 4. Volume 4 has been sold out online with the exception of Kinokuniya and Barnes & Noble, so I need to go to either one of those places before Volume 4 is completely gone for good. And then finally completed Plus Sized Elf, Volume 8 of the main series, and now I gotta get Second Helping, which is the spin-off series. You Like Me Not My Daughter, Volume 4. So I'll pretty much be up to date on You Like Me Not My Daughter, with the exception of Volume 5 coming out in January, because I also have Volume 3 as well. Still would prefer the light novel, just so I could get extra context, and also because these are kind of short, like in terms of manga. I mean, Plus Sized Elf is too, but I don't expect too much from Plus Sized Elf, just because it plays more like a comedy, and it's not romantic at all, so there's no actual plot to it other than a chubby elf and her friends trying to lose weight so they could go back to the fantasy world. It's a funny subplot. Maybe there'll be romance later, but I'm not holding my breath on that. And then, last but not least, my favorite part of all these videos, you already know, taking all these manga and placing them on the shelves for it to be easy to put here. Chain Soldier I placed here on this shelf, so you'll be able to see that as soon as I move out the way. Elf should go right here, and it fits perfectly, just like I thought so. And wow, that was quick. Okay, so Let Me Know My Daughter, Chain Soldier, plus size. Oh yeah, because there were 2 volumes of that. Okay, so we are all caught up. Great. So with that being said, this will be the video. Yeah, this will pretty much wrap it up, more or less. I hope you like this video. I will have more in the future. Actually, I am expecting a very important package coming in from Yen Press, a very special rare light novel collection edition of a very popular series. I also found out recently that Crunchyroll and Amazon and a few other retailers are going to have a special collector's edition of Solo Leveling coming next year, so be sure to keep up to date with news on that and future things. Oh, and as a reminder, because I will probably be working on and uploading this video sometime this weekend to get it up by next week. So chances are, if you're seeing this video, you're probably a bit late, but you still have time to get autographs and passes and tickets for the San Antonio Space Con. I'll leave the website here in the video, in the description down below, if you want to click the link and go and buy tickets for that, because that's coming up pretty soon. I'll probably be there trying to get a bit of content myself, and hopefully meeting some of you and doing some meet and greets as well with the celebrities, and talking to some of you online as well if you like my channel. But if you aren't sure if that's your thing and you want to check out my other content, please make sure you do that and subscribe to my channel. With that being said, take care. Hope you enjoyed this video. Later.